My wife made me swear off robot mops a while ago. I'll explain why here shortly, but I personally loved having one so much and missed having one that I decided to take a huge chance here and get another one. It's a mop.
You're not mopping this floor with that. I will throw that thing in the trash. Shane, you're not mopping the floor with this. Seriously. No, I'm gonna smash it. No, no, no.
There's a decent chance my wife just might kill me for this one. Yo, what's up guys? My name is Shane and this channel is all about building an easy Apple home, smart home with new videos published every Sunday and live streams every Wednesday. All right, so I guess we should cover why my wife, Caroline, was not happy about us getting another robot mop. About a year ago, I got the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra. This thing is a beast. I absolutely loved it. I'll put a link to the video that I made down below in case you want to check that out after this one. But after some time, my wife started noticing what appeared to be like some stripping, you know, of the finish or something like that around the cracks in our hardwood floors. Of course, the robot mop took the blame for this. We have real hardwood floors. Now, I did do my research and I know many people who use these on real hardwood floors. I really didn't think there would be a problem. My best guess is that I was using the mop with too much water probably, and maybe the water was sitting in those cracks for a while after each use. I don't know, but that would explain why the issue was just around the cracks. The Roborock app actually has a lot of settings that you can adjust if you want to be extra careful with your floors. You know, live and learn. So we're going to take a look at that today. Now, of course, the wife said, nope, that's it. I'm drawing the line here. So we did get rid of the last robot mop and went back to just using a robot vacuum, you know, no mop for, you know, the past, like, I don't know, 8 months or so. Now, Caroline always loved having a robot vacuum, so I really wanted to sell her on one that can also mop. I'm really hoping to win her over with this one. This may be the toughest sell to my wife of any of the smart home shenanigans that I've done over the years. We'll see how this goes.
Why am I scared?
Over there.
What is it? It better not be a mop. Is it a mop? Huh?
Isn't it gorgeous?
Kinda.
Just give it a chance. Properly.
It's not a mop?
It's a mop.
You're not mopping this floor with that. I will throw that thing in the trash.
We can start small. I'll start with like just one little corner of the room.
No, hell no. No. You're lying to me. I'm not kidding.
All right, well, I'm gonna win you over.
No, I'm gonna smash it. No, no, no. Show them the floor.
Big thanks to Roborock for sending me the Q Revo and for sponsoring today's video and possibly ruining my marriage forever. Just a very, very, very super light coat of water.
No.
Every couple of days.
No.
Keep it nice and fresh.
I promise I will smash it. I don't care what your contract says.
I'm still alive to make this video, so I think we're all good. But after thinking long and hard, I decided that the Q Revo and the options available in the Roborock app, which I'll cover here in a second, could provide a solution to ensure that I don't have any issues with my floor and piss off the wife all over again. So the Q Revo uses dual spinning mop pads. Now, to me, this seems sort of like a traditional mop, which, you know, could be a good selling point for my wife since we do use a more traditional mop pad here, you know, typically in the house when we do mop. Some other features that really intrigued me about this one is the multifunctional dock, similar to that S7 that I previously had and absolutely loved. It has auto dust emptying for the vacuum part, and it also has auto refilling of the clean water and will auto empty the dirty water into the dirty water reservoir. On top of that, the dock will wash the mop pads in the base to keep them clean after each use. And it also has self-drying, which is awesome and is important to prevent the growth of mold and mildew, especially with these types of mop pads. So it basically auto does everything. And these are kind of the big features that I would be looking for in a product like this, especially if I'm gonna risk upsetting the wife. It has 5,500 PA suction power, which is really good. That means it's great at vacuuming up dust and dirt. It has the auto mop lifting feature, which means it will automatically detect carpets and rugs and will lift the mops when detected. So you can actually vacuum and mop all areas in one pass if you want, which I think is great. It uses LiDAR to quickly create maps of your home. This worked really well for me. It created a very accurate map the first time I ran it. It also has obstacle avoidance, which is great if you're like me, and can never really seem to get everything up off the floor before running the vacuum. You can create no-go zones and do a ton of other things in the app. To be honest, the app and all the functionality here was a huge selling point for me. I really needed a lot of control if I'm gonna be able to sell this to the wife, which we'll kind of cover here. As you'd expect, you can clean room by room or clean the whole map if you want. You can create zones within those rooms, which is nice. Something that was, again, really important to me was the ability to adjust the mop settings on a real granular level, something I didn't really bother to do before, which I should have. So I can adjust the water flow from low, medium to high, but even better than that for me personally is that I can set a custom level and take it even lower than the default low setting. So the low setting is a 7 on the custom scale, but I can go even lower all the way down to 1, which means it will be using very little water. In fact, there are 30 water flow level adjustments on this thing. This is perfect for me since, I was a little worried about using too much water on the hardwoods. You can also adjust the vacuum suction power and even create customized room cleaning settings, which is really cool. That means you can have different default clean settings for different rooms if you want to. Another option that you can enable if you are worried about, potentially damaging your floors is to clean along the floor direction setting. With this on, the robot will clean the floor along the direction of your floors to minimize scraping against the floor seams. So I went ahead and did turn this on just for some extra reassurance. Definitely seems like a good option to enable if you're worried at all about damaging your floors. Now there are a slew of other features and settings here. You can create additional maps in the event that you have a multi-level home that you want to use a single vacuum for. You can create automatic schedules for specific rooms or the entire map. You can adjust the frequency that the mop is washed and dried. You can enable a do not disturb mode for specific times of the day or night. Enable off-peak charging to prevent the robot from charging during peak hours. I really love the pin and go feature. It's just so intuitive in the app. If you need to spot clean a certain area, you can pin it on your map and send the robot there to clean just that spot. Literally in like 2 taps, you can send the robot to spot clean anywhere on your map. Super intuitive. You can also control the robot manually if you'd rather do it that way to get it somewhere for a spot cleaning. You can check the cleaning history. Now I really like how they laid out the maintenance section here. As someone who's really not great at remembering to do routine maintenance on things like this, I really love how intuitive this is. You can create custom routines. You can create a routine that will clean, certain areas in a certain order if you want. So these routines can have all the specific settings, however you want them, and then you can just start any cleaning routine with a tap anytime. The Q Revo does support Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and Siri shortcuts. No Apple Home or HomeKit support. There aren't currently any robot vacuums that support Apple Home natively since it's not a supported HomeKit device category, at least not at the time of this recording. So having support for Siri shortcuts through the Roborock app is definitely a great thing. That means I can use Siri to run the Q Revo anytime or include it in any of my personal automations or shortcuts. Really love that. My favorite shortcut is a custom one that I made with a menu for the Q Revo. When I tap on it right from my iPhone home screen, it will give me a list of actions that I can use to control the robot. Really cool and, just quite handy to have. The Roborock app itself is just so intuitive. I literally can do just about everything, start cleaning, check maintenance, spot clean, return to dock, so on and so forth, just in a couple of taps. But if you do want to integrate this into your Siri shortcuts like me, you also have that capability, which is great. All right, so how's the cleaning going? Well, I started just by mopping small areas so I wouldn't upset Caroline, as we were worried about damaging the floors, took baby steps, and as time went on, slowly started mopping more and more areas in the house. One of the first things I noticed really was how quiet the vacuum is and the mopping. It's really awesome, especially if this thing is running like, while we're at home working or watching TV in another room or something like that, as we often are. I run it all the time with the water set on the lowest level. So this works just fine for us. If we ever need, to do a deeper clean manually, we can do that every now and then. But this here keeps the floors looking great on a daily basis in between, again, with that water just set at the lowest setting. So it's using a very small amount of water on our hardwoods. So all in all, mopping at the lowest water setting plus enabling that setting so that it only cleans along the direction of the floors really does just make us feel good and reassure us that this is not going to damage our floors. So far, we've not noticed any issues, but I'm not the one that needs to be convinced. I already am. So let's go ahead and see what the wife says. All right, so what do you think about the vacuum? And can I keep it?
I guess. No, I'm just kidding. It passed the tests. It's not loud. The vacuum's good.
Vacuum.
But the water setting is the key, that it barely puts out any water.
All right, we can keep it. Oh, there you have it. Looks like I'm safe now. I will not have to sleep on the couch tonight or in the foreseeable future. And I think she calmed down a little bit from when I first installed this thing. Now the Q Revo comes in white or black and costs $899.99 at the time of this recording. In fact, it's going to be $200 off from August 29th to September 2nd. So if you're watching this in time, you can definitely take advantage of that great discount. I'll put affiliate links down below in the description. Using those does help out the channel at no extra cost to you and is always much appreciated. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions at all, of course, drop them down below and let me know if you're using a robot vacuum or mop, what types of floors you have, and if you like it or not. Would love to hear from you. If you like this video and got something out of it, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. There are a couple more videos right here on screen that you should check out next if you have a little bit of time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video or the next time I go live right here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.